everybody. Welcome to Movie Mavens. I'm Carsen Green.
And I'm Annie Janes. This week's spicy dub is Mad Max Fury Road and Furiosa, a Mad Max story.
I'm really excited to talk about both of these movies. Annie, I know that Fury Road is probably one of your favorite movies ever, and we've been talking about covering it for a long time.
It's true.
But what makes this episode spicy is we have a special guest, film critic Katie Walsh. Katie, thank you so much for coming on the show.
I'm so happy to be back. It's been, I think, like 2 years since I was chatting about movies with you guys. So I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was such a good double feature, too. Have you guys rewatched Northman since then?
I think I have. I can't remember. Also, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh, that's
Once
right.
again, this is a theme.
This is
the
a
Anya
theme.
Taylor-Joy theme.
We got to get you back for every single Anya Taylor-Joy from here on out.
The next Dune.
Yeah, the next Dune.
I have not rewatched The Northman.
Me neither.
Didn't stick with you.
Well, no, but I frequently think about them fighting naked on top of that volcano. Like, that was just so manly. It was just it was so masculine. I don't know. I think about that scene.
Yes. Well, it is a good one to think about.
Before we jump into the movies, though, and I do want to talk about your guys' relationship to Mad Max.
He's my boyfriend.
Nice. Oh my God. Yeah, Tom Hardy. God, what a... Okay. Anyway, we're now nearing the end of May. Let's talk about what our favorite movie of the year so far might be. Annie, I want to start with you.
Well, I have like a split here. I have what is like my favorite movie, I don't know, what I consider to be the best movie of the year so far. And then I have the one that is like, I loved and is maybe more special to me. And I keep fighting which one goes on top.
Okay.
But the two movies, the one that's technically on my number one on Letterboxd would be Dune Part 2. And I loved it. And it like, I don't know, it really worked for me. I think about it all the time. But the one that was really special to me, and that is just very much like, I don't know, I saw myself in the film and in the filmmaking itself, would be Problemista.
Yeah.
I think about that movie all the time. And
what
do I think about it?
Yeah.
I often think about like the sense of humor. For example, the cryogenic pod like blasting through time and space with like that rainbow thing, and we like get to see inside it for a moment, and then it like cuts to reality and it's just like in this corner of a fluorescently lit closet. So yeah, those are my top two. Carsen, what about you?
Thank you for asking, Annie. I'm also kind of split, but not for the same reasons. Okay, it's so funny. We were talking about this just before we started the show, and I said, I don't know what my favorite one would be. And Annie said, I know what it is. And I think you're right. I think it is Love Lies Bleeding. I just like, I can't stop thinking. I was literally thinking about that movie for hours yesterday, just thinking about like the relationship between the two main characters and just like how quickly it became so volatile. And just like, I thought about it in comparison to Fury Road, actually. Like, I think that the characters are so, in Fury Road in particular, they're so well developed. And after watching Fury Road the other day, I was thinking about the characters in Love Lies Bleeding, and I feel very similarly. They're just they're just beautiful characters. Just like, what a strange and fun and kind of like voyeuristic movie.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Katie?
Well, I love all the movies that you guys have mentioned so far. Love Lies Bleeding, for sure, a favorite of mine. Would make a really interesting dub with Fury Road, because it's both like these desert movies and kind of lean, efficient thrillers, I guess you could say. And then I I love Problemista, love the just finely observed humor that blends mundane and abstract, and just everything is so perfectly relatable and also absurd, and also like you just like, yes, how do I know these people? Like,
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton's phone flashlight being on.
Yes.
the whole
This is the
time.
third time we brought this up on the pod now because we are obsessed with that.
It's just such a perfect detail. Or like when James Scully gets the award for being cute in the arts or something. Like, it's such a
Yes.
good satire, but it's also really moving. Anyway, such a great, I could bring up so many details from Problemista, and I love Dune Part 2, but my favorite movie is Challengers.
Woo! Oh,
It's got to be Challengers. I find it so thrilling. I love that so many people love it, and I think the filmmaking is just like orgasmic. Like, it's such it's a sexy movie without any sex in it, but I still think it's very hot and flirty and lusty. But then after I saw it a second time, I was like, I feel like I just got fucked by this movie. Like, I'm sorry to
Hell
be
yeah.
TMI, but I was like,
no.
after that, like, back and forth tennis match, like, climax, I was like, I need a cigarette. Like, this.
I need a cold shower.
Yeah, it's just like so satisfying. And it's the performances, but it's also the writing, and then especially the direction and the craft that I think really elevates the script. I think the script is good. I think another director could have made that script like basic and lame. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Challengers, although I love all those movies and other films as well that have already come out. But Challengers so far, I love that it's had such a moment this spring. So
Yeah. Not to spoil the episode, but Carsen didn't get down with Challengers. But there was, I suspect, a technical issue of her experience, which is that it was so loud it was hurting her. It was like painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I was actually in the same theater last night watching Furiosa.
That's bold of
and
you.
I was scared. I know. I was like, oh my God, is this going to be too loud? But I think maybe it was like where I sat in the theater.
Was it like an IMAX theater?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Challengers in IMAX. I saw it twice,
neither.
just like on a normal screen. But I can't imagine what it was like in IMAX. I probably would have passed out or something.
Challengers is my number 3 of the film of the year.
Nice.
Wow, you guys with your lists, you're so efficient. Meanwhile, mine are just swimming around in my brain.
I just love a list.
I keep a letterbox list of my favorite films of the year just in case someone asks me.
We did. I mean,
I don't rank it. I really hate ranking. I'm morally opposed to ranking, and yet I participate in ranking culture frequently. But I am a conscientious objector. So
I'm glad to hear
mine
it.
is a ranked list. I will out myself there.
Wow, ranking apologist.
No. And it's a flawed activity because it's like you just can't. And then when I look back at my list, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Because it like changes within 6 months. You're like, I would
Yes.
never watch that film that I thought was so poignant and poetic again.
Yeah, it's a living document.
It is a
really.
living document. So
Yeah.
and it's for me. Okay, well, without further ado, shall we jump into Furiosa, subtitle A Mad Max Saga?
As a child, my world was forever changed. My mother was magnificent. And he took it all from me.
Who do we have here? She's from a place of abundance. This is our destiny.
My childhood. My mother. I want them back.
Annie, would you please hit us both with some facts, please?
Wait, is it saga or story? Oh my god.
It's a
What?
saga.
Okay. I wrote story in my notes, but I said saga off of memory. Okay, well, the official title is what I said. The facts, that's the fact. The other facts are that it's written by George Miller and Nick Lathoris, directed by George Miller, starring Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. Here's the description from IMDb. The origin story of renegade warrior Furiosa before her encounter and team up with Mad Max. This movie, right now, as of March 24th, has the 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, from here on out, we are going to spoil this movie, and we will spoil our double feature. So if you don't want spoilers, here's your warning. But Katie Walsh, tell us, what did you think of Furiosa Mad Max Saga?
You know, I loved Furiosa. I love Fury Road so much. Like it's really hard to compare the two. I mean, it's not hard to compare the two, but it's hard to sort of stack up a movie against Fury Road for me. But I kind of feel I don't think it's better than Fury Road, but it's different. And I really enjoyed it. I kind of feel like I need another watch of it to like kind of take everything in. But I mean, it's a special movie. Like George Miller, I love him going off. Like anytime we get a movie from him and his team and Margaret Sixel, who's his wife, who's the editor of the film, I think she is like a absolutely perfect action movie editor. She has a co-editor on this. She won the Oscar for editing Fury Road, and Fury Road is like the most perfectly edited movie because if you like watch it and fast forward, everything is clear and you can tell what's going on. Like it's pure cinema. And I do think that Furiosa has the same sort of like beauty of clarity and action. It's just that Furiosa is an epic poem while Fury Road is a haiku. It's like Fury Road is a single chase back and forth across the desert and takes place over 2 days.
It's literally one thing. It's
one thing that happens. It's a 2-hour movie, and Furiosa is like it takes place over 10 years. Like I think it doesn't have the same sort of pure simplicity of the Mad Max movies, but it is still like an incredibly special, beautifully made text. So you just have to realize that it's going to be a little bit different. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I do want to watch it again.
All right, Carsen.
Yeah, I love this comparison. I love what you said about Furiosa being an epic poem and Fury Road being a haiku. That's like just really poignant. Thank you for saying that.
And you're speaking Carsen's language of a poetry lover.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with you. I think it was both of these movies are huge. They're really, really huge movies. And Katie, Annie and I we talk about budget a lot on the show. And I just love seeing budget on screen. And this movie, like even my boyfriend was telling me the other day that he was reading this interview with George Miller, and they shot the first movie in the desert because they didn't have any budget. And now seeing it, however many years later, is shooting it in the budget or shooting it in the desert. It's like all I see is money on screen. I think also I just really love the story of a woman preserving herself and learning to fight and learning to fight for herself. That's incredibly inspiring to me. And I love that we are seeing that on screen in the context of like this huge action franchise, which is really inspiring. I also loved Chris Hemsworth in this movie.
Incredible.
So good.
His best performance. I can't believe I didn't mention it in my thing, but like I've never seen him be better.
I love Anya Taylor-Joy, obviously. We're Anya Taylor-Joy stands here. But seeing her on screen with Chris Hemsworth, I was like, is Chris upstaging her right now?
He is.
He was. The whole movie. Whole movie. I mean, he's in it more, it felt like to me. I don't know if that's even true, but
I think she has the harder task because she has to play what we already know that Charlize Theron made, and he can come in and invent something.
Yeah.
So true. And what she is baseline is like not as fanatical and fun as whatever Chris did.
He's really exterior, like external, like he's like flamboyant, and she has to play the performance so internal. And I think that was actually really hard for her. I think she has the harder task, but he is unbelievable. His like final monologue speech, like, give this man an Oscar nomination. I'm saying it now.
For Dr. Dementis.
Cosign. No,
Also,
I cosign 100%.
Like, is he a doctor? Like, IMDb says it's Dr. Dementis.
Does he say doctor? Or did I just make that up?
I don't think they say it. No, but IMDb says doctor.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They don't even use the word doctor. They used organic mechanic for the one like doctor guy, which I thought was fun and interesting.
I also loved when he referenced himself, like, don't do blah X to me or whatever, or you're going to make me Dark Dementis.
Yes. Well, Annie, I mean, now I'm stepping into the host role. Annie, what did you think of Furiosa?
Yeah, so to me, girl. We're just three ladies having a convo. It doesn't have to be like that. I had a lot of fun. I think like I wasn't expecting it to be as good as Fury Road, because to me, Fury Road is like a lightning strike. Like you just can't do that again. So I'm glad that he took this other direction, and it felt almost like fairy tale even to me, especially the ending. Considering that they show like these are what people say happen, like the legends of this. These are all the legends, and then you see what the reality is, which is that she planted the seed in his dick, and it's just so. But it felt like the fairy tale version of that, and it's like now he's lost to the tree where he like lives out the remainder of his days. Anyways, so I liked this. Like I don't know what it was trying to do, but overall, I think I just prefer simplicity. And I don't know that the overstuffedness of it all or the mess of it all like worked all the time. I do want to see this again, like you said, Katie, to like really figure it out, especially like the chapter cards.
Yes.
I would love to like really to see it again, to get to know like why are these here? What are they trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that was like a big distinction from the first.
Well, some of them are like very literal.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the stowaway is the chapter about they're just calling that action sequence the stowaway now. It's like in the middle of the movie. She has hidden herself on the war rig. It's this big action sequence where she like sort of reveals herself or has to reveal herself. But then some of the other ones were kind of inscrutable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annie, I had a very similar thought to you. I was kind of like, this feels it was certainly a choice, I guess. Yeah, it felt kind of almost meaningless in some of the title cards. Like I wish that we hadn't been taken out of it and they would have shown like the passage of time in a different way. Something I really liked about this right after watching Fury Road, because like obviously like Fury Road is a perfect circle. It's a complete circle, which I love. And I like that we got a complete circle here too in a very different way. Like the opening shot is her pulling the peach, and then the closing scene is the peach tree. Well, and then of course leading into Fury Road, but yeah. There's just so much. There were so many little things to admire here. I think it does require a second watch, which I don't love. I think like I like to kind of get it all, just like let it wash over me. But I think that's the name of the game, especially when it comes to franchises.
I think one other issue I had, I'm curious if y'all felt this or not, was like, because the movie starts with learning about seeing her being kidnapped and passed around between these like factions, wasteland factions. And from that moment on, she just is like, in her quest as a character is like to get back. And that was, I think, honestly unsatisfying as a watcher, because I'm like, I know she's not getting back. And also, oftentimes, like, the movie felt like it was at odds with that character want, where like sometimes she wants to get back, but also she's never gonna be able to leave. And part of me just wishes maybe it like committed to this, her Furiosa role. Like, once she becomes a Fury Road driver, I was kind of hoping she would be like, I'm this now, because I kept feeling this like conflict between what she still wants and then never ever like getting to see her like try to like go anywhere, basically. Even with like getting the motorcycles so they could leave. I'm like, okay, here we go. We're going to go back, or we're going to try to go back. And then it just turns into a set piece set in the Bullet Farm, for example. Did y'all feel any of that?
I did feel that some of the motivations were a little muddled. And I don't know if that's because of, like, we know she's never going to get back to the green place because we've already seen Fury Road, and we know that she gets back to the green place and the green place is gone. And we don't know how necessarily the green place was gone or was destroyed or whatever. But I did feel like I do think that motorcycle scheme, Bullet Farm, I was a little like, what's happening here? And, you know, like the character motivations are like really clear in the broad strokes. Obviously, like, she wants to get back. She wants to survive. This guy maybe falls in love with her.
Maybe they're in love?
Jack. Yeah. I loved that character, by the way, Praetorian Jack, played by Tom Burke. First of all, he's so hot. It's insane.
Yes.
And if you've seen The Souvenir, he's the horrible boyfriend in The Souvenir. And I like really had to kind of like reorient myself to be like, he's not a terrible person. But he was so hot and great in this. But I was like, I found that the whole thing together to be a little bit just like confusing. I don't know. I'm like, am I an idiot? Like,
when they like go to put their heads, or they
kind of fall in love. Yeah.
Yeah. When they've been caught and they like they get like really up in each other's face, but it's in a wide shot. And I'm like, are they kissing? Are they talking? Is this a thing? And it was like the only time. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That scene?
Yeah. I think they're doing, I think the
head
forehead touch is like, it's from the Many Mothers tribe.
That is.
Like, and so she's signifying like an affection with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with you guys, but I think I want to read a little more into Furiosa's character. Annie, I agree with you. I did want to kind of see her lean into just like becoming Furiosa, just like saying like, this is who I am now. But I want to believe that she wanted to go back to the green place because of like this deeper femininity, for like, she wanted to be around women. She wanted to like honor more like a softness of like who she is and where she was born, and then like versus who she had to become. And I like, that's just what I kept rooting for. Like, yes, queen, go get your soft life. You deserve it. Go lay in the grass.
Yeah, because it's that or be a birthing machine or
a murder machine,
or a literal machine where you like operate.
Yeah. She kind of exists in this weird sort of ungendered place, right? Because the options are birthing machine, war boy, and then, you know, obviously the matriarchal utopia of the green place. But she hides her gender sort of and becomes a mechanic. And that was also a little bit, I was like, do they not know she, like, they seem to not realize she was a girl, but then she kind of reveals herself during the stowaway and her long hair during the stowaway sequence. And then it just seems to be like, okay.
Yeah, nobody remarks on it.
Yeah.
It's not addressed whatsoever.
No, I like that. I appreciate that. I feel like there's a lot of scenes and like moments, especially with Furiosa, where like this movie could get like pretty sexually violent, and it could lean into more, like we could see more of rape culture in outside of like the baby making center or whatever it is. Like we could have seen it. We could have gone down that road. And I'm so glad that we didn't. I was actually even kind of scared of that when she was kidnapped.
Me too.
I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now we've got this little tiny kid.
They sort of allude to it a little bit with Rictus when he takes her out of the... I wasn't clear what he wanted in that moment. And it sort of felt like they were alluding to like the threat of sexual violence, and then she escapes and runs away. But I was like, I couldn't... They don't spell it out, which I think is a good instinct, but also makes it a little vague.
Yeah. I assumed it was sexual violence for sure.
Yeah.
And I was like wishing... To me, it's like, to be a pedophile, like I'm like, Rictus, like this is, I feel like I can't laugh at you anymore.
Right. And he's kind of a funny character.
Yeah.
They're definitely suggesting something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad ultimately we didn't see... I mean, obviously Furiosa got beat to shit, but we didn't see like specific violence against women, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good at like letting us infer what. And I think even in Fury Road, you just look at Furiosa and you know that one of her paths that she could have taken, or what exists in her past, is being a wife.
Yeah.
Right.
A breeder. And they don't have to explain it. She doesn't have to be like, well, that was my past. Like, you just know because she's a woman and she's not doing that.
Yeah.
But that could have been one of the paths she could have gone down.
Yeah.
And I like that. I love movies that don't over explain. I guess I am I contradicting myself here? I'm sort of like, explain it, don't explain it. But
it's a fine line.
Yeah. But I think that we don't have to know.
Yeah.
We can guess.
Mm-hmm.
And even with Dementus, I had a friend who I saw the film with who was like, where did he come from? And what's his deal? And I'm like, we kind of get that at the end. Like, we know that part of what is, he comes from a similar background as Furiosa. Like, he clearly is grieving the life that he lost in the apocalypse. And that has turned him into this, like, bringer of chaos. Furiosa's reaction to this loss is to survive and hope, and then like Immortan Joe's reaction is to like hoard all the resources.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the different reactions that you can have, but they all come from the same place of like loss and grief and mourning, which I think is really interesting for them to kind of let us empathize with him a little bit.
These characters are so fleshed out. This is like beautiful writing, really, really beautiful writing. I felt the same way. Well, like I was saying earlier about comparing it to Love Lies Bleeding, just extremely well written characters. I just really appreciate that, and I appreciate Furiosa. What a bad bitch. Should we talk about Fury Road?
We should, but before, I would be remiss if I did not bring up the big action sequence with the hang gliders.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
The parachutes, and then the big parachute on the motorcycle, and just one-upping that as an idea. Did you guys have fun with that?
Yes.
I love that they just introduced so many different new vehicles to play with. Like, there were tons of motorcycles. Dementus is like a biker gang.
His chariot.
Yeah, the chariot's so good. And then also, I love that they had the hang gliders, and then they had like monster trucks and construction cranes and all these different things. They really do step it up in terms of the amount of vehicles and the different kinds of vehicles.
And what's crazy is they have to be able to operate. Those vehicles are fucking operational. I can't get over that. Like when they're in that scene with the garage, and he's like, "All right, guys, we're gonna build the best car you ever seen," or whatever. They're in that like scrapyard, and I was like, this was literally the art department. They literally had to do that though.
Yeah,
it's impressive. It's impressive what the production design, the costume design,
totally
and all of it like has meaning to the story. You
Yeah.
know, it's not just like, oh, this is cool. This is like, where would you get this? Would this work? I did
Yes.
love the guy with the horns who had
Yeah.
he had the weird fan thing
Mhm.
like on the back of his motorcycle that then turned into the paraglider. It was like, it all has to make sense. It all has to fit together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was Austin Butler. Is that Austin Butler?
No.
Oh,
The guy with the horns?
yeah.
No, that guy was like way older, I think.
Oh, I wouldn't have been surprised, honestly.
A woman can hope.
He's in Fade Routha mode, just like
When the parachuting or whatever, the flying
like
lancers.
the big black
that too.
parachute thing. Oh,
But
okay.
the first two people that like ascend, I love that the way that starts is they jump off whatever vehicle they're currently on, and then they land with like skates in the sand basically, and then they start to rise up. It was just what a badass way to start a fucking action sequence. And that sequence was so long, and it was probably the
so
closest to Fury Road in terms of how amazing the action was. But it was the only one I think that was that great. I think after that, like Furiosa, I feel like set piece of amazing action sequences. Here's the fist fight. Here's the fight where they have guns in the cars. Here's the fight where they don't have guns in the cars or whatever. And this was like a fight scene, an amazing action sequence, and then story, and then a little action sequence here, a little there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think what I love though about the stowaway, that big action sequence, like I just love the editing. Like it is not too fast, and you never lose sight of the geography of what is happening with all of these different characters and people in the car. And I just think it's so beautifully edited. Like I can't say enough about how obsessed I am with Margaret Sixel, and I think it's just very logical, and it like is very well paced.
I am also obsessed with the editing. I'm an editor, by the way. That's like my job, or it was my job before I got to be, now I'm a director. But last week we talked a lot about movies that are well edited. This is definitely one of them. But I want to bring up one thing that I think contributes to what you're talking about, where you can like watch it, sped up, or you can just watch it normal speed and you understand every single thing. A big thing I think it is that the shots are really well composed.
Oh yeah, they're so perfectly composed.
Perfectly
Yeah.
composed. Like where the subject of the frame is within the frame is so important. In Mad Max, it's like perfect. Watching it here on the big screen was so much fun. I think that contributes to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually was watching, when I was rewatching Fury Road on Monday, I had to rewind it, and it was the sequence where they're like kind of at the end and they're like in the canyon. Anyway, I had to rewind it, and I was like, even backwards, this shit is totally logical.
Whoa.
It
It is a
just like
perfect circle.
you know, when you rewind it, it like shows you the little, like it like skips through.
Yeah.
I was like, this is still like every little frame it landed on made sense, and every composition made sense, and it just was completely comprehensible backwards.
Yeah. And it's storyboarded. I think that's why it's so well composed.
Yeah.
It all adds up.
That's so tight.
All right. Are we ready to score it?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is it, Katie?
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm also giving it an 8.
I am going to give it a 7.
Did you go smooth brain, or were you into this, Carson? Like as far as with the action?
There was a lot of places that I went smooth brain. Okay, but my thing is like, Katie, I don't know if we've talked about this, but we've definitely talked about it on the show before. I just like have a really hard time suspending disbelief.
Okay.
And so I'm like, how are they making bullets? Like how do they have
Bullet
air in the
farm.
tires? Right. But like, sorry, how do they have air in the tires? Like, where is this food coming from? Like,
well, the food is coming from the Citadel, where
That
they're
is
like
true.
growing it on the top, and then
Yeah,
he's I love when they have this like giant bags of cabbages. I'm like, these guys are just eating cabbages.
Literally.
But yeah, he's the Morton Joe is hoarding all the water and the resources, and I think he's growing all the food. But then and I guess they're farming the bull.
Yeah,
it's like a quarry. It's like an iron quarry. I think is like what that is.
I think it just like, I don't know. I just like start rolling around like, how many people are there? And like, how many mouths are being fed? And like, also, I want to know more about these like disfigured babies. I want to know about like, is there a lot of incest going on? Like, I just need more. Like, it's difficult for me to kind of like land directly into a world and just like have so many questions.
A world that is not our own specifically.
Yeah.
Is Carsen
I think the disfigured babies.
It's the water.
I think like everyone is like that's why Furiosa was so coveted, because she was so healthy, because she came from the green place, and they kept calling her, and it is a little confusing. You kind of have to go with it. Yeah, they were calling her a full life and not a half life. And like the war boys all have weird tumors. And they're all sick. I don't know. I guess I sort of was just like, okay, there's like sickness and pollution or something that's like causing these deformities and illnesses and stuff. But it's not like, you're like, okay, so are they being exposed to like radiation? Like what's happening? Why are we getting
I think
the
so.
tumors?
I assume it's like radiation. This is after a war. We see the trees like fly and I'm like, okay, maybe it's atomic. And or it's like the food. Either way, it's like this. It's so hard to like harbor life. That's how I assume.
Like even a Morton Joe is all messed up and and ill and weird and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, he's so gross.
Okay, I wanted to shout out that the movie Maven score is 7.6 repeating.
Perfect.
Okay.
Should we talk about Fury Road?
We are not things. We are not things.
Where is she taking them? I want them back! They're my property! Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Want to get through this? Go!
As the world fell, each of us in our own way was broken. It was hard to know who was more crazy. Me or everyone else.
Annie, would you please hit us with some facts about Fury Road?
This movie came out in 2015, nearly 10 years ago, you guys, starring Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron, Nicholas Hoult, and Zoe Kravitz. Here's the description from IMDb. Oh yeah, same director, same writers. In a post-apocalyptic wasteland, a woman rebels against a tyrannical ruler in search for her homeland with the aid of a group of female prisoners, a psychotic worshiper, and a drifter named Max. This movie has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, Katie, kick us off again. How do you feel about Mad Max Fury Road?
I love it. Like I think it's the best movie of the 21st century. Might be the best movie ever made.
Oh my gosh.
I have big things to say about Fury Road. I just think it's like a perfect movie. And actually my dad loves this movie so much that he is like deeply offended even that Furiosa exists.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's like perfect. You don't mess with perfect.
No, he's like, don't mess with this.
Yeah.
And
fair.
I also like, just because Furiosa exists doesn't negate
it worse.
The perfection of Fury Road. But he was just visiting, and every time he saw a billboard for Furiosa, he was just like, no, I'm against this. I am morally opposed to this even existing, because he loves Fury Road so much. And I remember I had seen it and when it came out in 2015, and then I took him to see it because I was like, he actually introduced me to the Mad Max movies. Like when I was a teenager, we watched The Road Warrior together, and like he loves them. So I took him to see Fury Road, and it just like blew his mind. Like he was like stumbling out of the theater, like, oh my God, like what did I just go through? But I just think Fury Road is such a perfect movie. It's like a perfect action movie. I love that it is so simple, and then it suggests all of this lore that we get in Furiosa. Like we have this character played by Charlize Theron who shows up. She's got one arm. She drives the war rig. Her title is Imperator. You're like, this bitch has been through some shit.
That's all you need to know, baby.
And you kind of don't even need to know.
Right. Yeah.
And then, obviously we do realize that she's trying to get back to the green place. But like, that's like, even if we didn't get Furiosa, we don't really even need to know. Like, it is fun to be like, how did this happen? But we don't even need to know. And I love the War Boys. I have such affection for the War Boys.
Yes.
Like, oh, these sweeties. But I don't know. I think I'm just rambling about how much I love Fury Road at this point. But I think it's like a perfect movie. I think it perfectly synthesizes the problems with patriarchy, which is that one person controls all the resources and then exploits women's bodies and young men's bodies. In the War Boys, and that feminism is for everyone, including War Boys. So I think it's like a perfect explication of that really complicated idea that we're constantly trying to impart to people, that like feminism isn't just about girls versus boys. It's about like justice for every person. Mm-hmm. And the fact that is like wrapped up in this like absolutely perfect action movie is just my favorite thing.
When Furiosa returns and they just like accept her as their new leader, which is implied, again, it's not like there's not a fucking scene where she's like hit on the shoulders with a sword. It's just that she was led up on the platform. And just that alone, I'm like, go queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I have very similar feelings about this. I had only ever seen it one time before, maybe right after it came out, like almost, 9 years ago. And so watching it back, like I said, I have a really difficult time suspending disbelief. And I also just like, this isn't my genre per se. And so I didn't go into it with really high expectations. But this is a fucking feminist anthem.
It is.
Like, and I was not expecting this, like, whatsoever. I was not expecting to feel so deeply satisfied and also incredibly empowered. Like, this movie, you're right. It is like it's a triumph of like, yeah, feminism is for everyone. Especially, I love the story with oh my God, what's his name? Nicholas Hoult, that war boy.
Nux. Is it Nux?
Nux, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so just like, I think I just wasn't expecting to feel the way that I felt watching this movie. And also like, it's really fucking sick. Like, it's so steampunk. It's so Burning Man. It's so just like, oh my God, they're having the best time making this movie. Like, this looks amazing.
But it's also like steampunk and Burning Man came after Mad Max. Like, George Miller is the person who's been
established it,
visualizing this apocalyptic sort of thing. He's the one who like invented it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, it's so tight. Good for him.
I love this movie. Like Carson said, it's one of my favorites of all time. And I just, unlike almost every movie ever, I cannot look away. Like, my eyes are glued to the screen. I was going to eat, well, I did do this. I ate some strawberries and cream for dessert while I'm watching my little Mad Max movie. And I like tried to look down to pick up my bite as quickly as possible because I just didn't want to look away. And I like to take notes when I watch movies, especially like if I've seen them before for Movie Mavens. And I was like, no, I can't. Like, I literally cannot look away. Honestly, as just someone that is like has ADHD. It is like medicinal to be pulled into something against my own will because of how good it is. And just the action sequences, oh my God. I love a good action sequence. And I think my favorites in this one are the first one where Charlize Theron, or when Furiosa leaves the Citadel, and it lasts so long until the flare goes out. I think that's the whole sequence. And I don't know, action sequences, I love how juicy they are, but oftentimes they'll be like 1 minute long, like the chapstick sequence and Everything Everywhere All at Once. And this sequence goes on. I can tell you how long. I'm not looking down at my watch, but it's a long time. It had to have been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And to shoot something like that, when one setup, like I was watching, let's say the shot where they're going down the street, it's a wide and the flares go off. I'm like, that shot is at least half a day.
Yeah.
So,
well, they were in the desert shooting that movie for like 6 months, and like Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron
were killing each other.
Yes, they were. They were
like not on speaking terms.
No.
Yeah.
What happened? Give it to me. Tell me. Oh my God.
I think they're just. I think that
they didn't get along.
I don't know if there's any details. They just like didn't get along. I would not be surprised if Tom Hardy is like a total absolute freak on the set. Like he's in method acting, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. And I think it's just really challenging. I mean, even Anya Taylor-Joy like had a crazy interview where she was just like, I can't talk about it. It was so intense. And I think it was really challenging for her to shoot that movie as well. But fun facts, I don't know if you guys know this, you probably do. Riley Keough is married to a war boy.
No, didn't know this.
Yeah, so Riley Keough, who plays Capable, the red-haired wife, she's literally married to an Australian stuntman who's like one of the war boys.
Really?
He's so hot, by the way. He's one of the guys.
That,
so when they're on the
course.
pole, they're like going back and forth. He's one of the ones who like reaches in the thing and pulls them out.
Yeah.
What?
So you just think about like, okay, you're on this set in Namibia in the desert for 6 months. You're either gonna hate each other like Charlize and Tom, or you're gonna fall in love with the guy who is on a pole, like pulling you out of a truck for however long.
For 5 hours.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Oh my God.
Yes. And I did
not know that.
Maybe apocryphal. I'd have to fact check this. I just saw like on Twitter or something that Charlize and Tom's stunt doubles fell in love and got married.
What?
I love that. I need to see them make out right now. I need a video of them kissing.
Wait, I'm going to see if I can fact check this.
Oh my God, I love that. I really had never paid attention to like action like that, I guess, until this is low-key embarrassing, but not really, because I'm glad now I'm actually seeing it, until we watch Fall Guy. I literally just had never even, like, it did never cross my mind, like stunt women, like just even the idea of stunts, I guess. But you see, there's so many stunts in this movie, and it all just like the action is so, it's mind blowing. It's epic.
It is so good. It doesn't matter if it's a fight with like a water hose or a fight with a big rig and 40 vehicles. Like, it's very well choreographed. When this movie came out, I saw it 5 times in the theater.
Damn.
And then I saw it again for the black and chrome edition that came out at a small local theater here. And this just in, Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy's stunt double got married. It's a fact. Glamour magazine. It's the truth.
It's from a story from 2015. They did get married. Anyway, this is how you forge love in the desert.
That. Oh man.
Yeah. I love stunts, and I think the reason, like Fury Road, like it's so many practical stunts, and it just is such a showcase for the beauty of stunt work. And I think it's so inventive what they do, like the pole cats, just everything the War Boys do is so fascinating. And they like literally figured out how to do all this stuff for real. And, you know, that's not to say like there are visual effects in this movie, like for sure. And there are visual effects in Furiosa, but I think it's such a beautiful blend of practical and computer effects.
Yes, for real. Does anyone have any closing thoughts? Y'all want to get clothing thoughts? What's your favorite brand? Before we give our movie Maven score.
I have a question. Like, now that you've seen both of these movies, like, what's the ideal double feature order? Is it Fury Road first because that movie came out first, or are we gonna mix it up and go chronological? Furiosa, Fury Road.
Ooh. Well, I was thinking this during watching Furiosa, and we didn't call this out, but there's a lot of nuggets in Fury Road that I was like, we're gonna learn about that. Oh, I bet we're gonna learn about that, and we did. That was cool. I would say my vote is Furiosa first because you end with the banger. And I wonder how the emotional impact of the green place being gone hits after seeing her wanting to get to it for a second movie.
Yeah, like, do you, like, if you've never seen either of these movies, like, is it ideal to go Furiosa first? I feel like yes.
I'm saying yes. What do you think, Carsen?
Yeah, I think so too. In fact, during the closing sequence, like during the, the credits, they started playing Fury Road, and I was like, okay, great. Now I get to go home and watch it again. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that they set this up for me. I think it's Furiosa first.
Dang. All right. Well, let's do our movie Maven score. No, wait. Did we do it for this movie? No. Okay.
No, we haven't.
Well, it's a
Annie,
10.
what is it?
It's a 10. It's a 10 for me.
It's a 10 for me.
Damn, me too, y'all.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
Movie Maven score is 10 out of 10. A perfect film. I would say 11 if I could.
You know what? Let me one actually closing thought.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy has the most perfect pillowy lips I've ever seen in my life.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Christopher Nolan is addicted to covering them up.
Asshole.
And this is why I will never be a Nolan stan. He keeps putting masks on Tom Hardy. Fuck that.
If a woman directed
I love this.
If a woman directed it would have been different. I'll tell you one thing.
What is this? It's a fetish. I don't like it. I'm mad.
Show us his mouth.
Let me see what that mouth do.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, this was fun, guys. Thank you so much, Katie, for coming back on the show.
I'll come back anytime. This was a blast. Thank you. Especially for
Hell
such great movies as these.
Oh,
hell yeah.
We love to hear that.
Where can people find you?
Yes, so people can find me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it, at Katie Walsh STX. Also on Letterboxd at Katie Walsh STX, and I post all my reviews on Twitter and Letterboxd. So I write for the Tribune news service and the LA Times, and I'm also on Rotten Tomatoes, so you can just Google me however you want to figure that out. And then I also have a podcast with my good friend Blake Howard, who's a film critic in Australia, and we talk about Miami Vice, the 2006 Michael Mann film. We've been talking about it for 4 years. It's gotten a little bit more sporadic. It's not like a weekly drop, but we have fun doing it. Blake does a million podcasts, mostly about Michael Mann, but other movies too. So this is the Modern Man podcast. It's like we talk about Collateral and Miami Vice, and we've done some stuff on Ferrari and, Black Hat and stuff. So yes, if you're an absolute freak for Michael Mann, come find our work, oneheatminuteproductions.com.
Hell yeah. You can find Movie Mavens on Instagram at Movie Mavens. If you have a suggestion for a spicy double feature, email us at moviemavenspodcast moviemavenspodcast at gmail.com. That's it. Movie Mavens all the way out.